to Karl Malone. The mismatch on Sabonis.
I tell you, that there was poor defense. Karl Malone had already used his dribble.
Here's Stoudemire, the mismatch on Ostertag. Outside to Wallace, who buries the shot.
And that's a big shot. They would love to get him off. They think they have but then they have a quickness advantage at that spot.
And a Portland turnover, and here comes that quick guard shot.
You could see that the entire play. And you can look with Karl Malone early, fighting for position. Problem is, he took his eyes off Karl Malone, and we talked about in game one. You can
back out to Stoudemire. Through traffic, outside, Wallace for three. And the 24-second shot clock buzzer.
How about that? Now, he's a great post player. He can play the four.
Sense going back to the second quarter of game one. So that was huge. Stockton.
So now you have to know, Karl, if he's going to go and help.
Sabonis was 3 of 9 in game one. Here's Ryder for 2. And that is only the third hit on 11 tries. Has it against Hornacek. Sabonis and Ostertag. And the double comes late, and the hook won't go. Tapped up and in by Wallace, waiting on the wing. Half to play here in the first quarter. Isley knocked away by Ryder. Hornacek, 1 to shoot. Hornacek up and he counts. Beating the shot clock buzzer. In the release, let's watch it here.
I mean, this was close. Dunleavy didn't think he got it off. I thought he got it off just in the nick of time. Not playing very well. Karl Malone went out, and it was 8.5 minutes in this game in his first quarter, and it's a tie score.
For 3, and he puts it down.
And you don't mind that.
And quarter with Utah down by 3, shooting 23% from the field. Todd Fuller is in, joining Isley. Into Malone, and down. What a play by Karl Malone.
And this is another great example. Brian Grant's out. Rasheed Wallace now has to guard Karl Malone. Look at the great post position. And if you're going to foul him, you have to make sure he doesn't make the shot.
Game one. Isley in for Stockton. A seamless substitution as Russell slides inside for 2.
Isn't it amazing how much that rebounded well? I think they need some of his points right now.
Jackson to Grant.
Nice job. Nice job by Grant. He understands. Karl Malone has 2 fouls. He wants to sit inside.
Rebounded by Malone. Still digging it out. Anderson.
He is so confident now. What about the Utah Jazz?
7 Utah field goals, 8 Utah turnovers. Telling numbers. Malone trying to put the clamps on Grant, and unsuccessful there. Brian Grant. Into Jackson, the mismatch against Stockton, helped by Russell. Puts it in nonetheless. A great shot to pull.
Have anything, a mismatch, go to Grant. He's been to your advantage right now.
Under 6 to play in the first half.
Unguardable. That shot is unguardable.
Stockton. Anthony. Grant's knocking it in this time from outside.
Yeah, he's doing it from all over. I think he's...
Malone is there. To Anderson, what a pass.
The best cutter in this league.
Yes.
Shannon Anderson is the best away from the ball.
Side.
Oh my. Look at the position.
Jousting with Grant, the pass to Anderson. Oh, what a shot by Anderson. How he could... Russell will watch it. Nice shot by the sweet shooting Jimmy Jackson.
See, that's his game to me.
Even they said they looked too out. Working on Grant. Great pass to Hornacek.
One of the few teams in the league who throw the ball. No, there's a ton of rebounds tonight because there's a ton of misses.
Ryder with the follow through, and he buries the 3.
You almost knew he'd make that. Missed the layup.
Portland is on a 6-0 run. Wallace, Sabonis,
nice
his
cut.
first basket tonight.
A nice, aggressive cut by Sabonis. He flops every single play. Look at the cut by Sabonis. Nice job.
And finally that falls. Maybe that signals better things to come for the Blazers.
They've always been low in the turnover category. This year they're high, and I think that's been the difference in their play.
Uh-oh, Sabonis has suddenly
Fakes and then makes the shot.
and it's hard to fault the defense of Ostertag, pushing him off his spot. A three by Ryder. He's on fire! Isaiah Ryder. Anderson, the feed to Ostertag, and outside to Russell for three. It's not quiet anymore.
No, big shot. But once again,
2-0 Portland run. 3.5 to play here in the third as Ryder will work on Anderson with the crossover and the drive inside.
Oh, wow.
Magnificent ride by Ryder.
See, nice adjustment by Ryder. And I want you to take a look at Shannon Anderson and his hands. He's trying to swipe the ball here and gets them crossed up. And when you miss reaching, you get beat to the basket. Still, that was a tough shot that Ryder had to make over Greg.
The bench with 5 points and 4 assists. Malone. And a 4-point gain on the drive. And the dish to Anderson. And the feed to Malone. Utah trailing by 3. Sabonis for 2. And he drills it home.
Yeah, now if he's going to start making that, Ostertag is going to have to stay at home. And that's exactly what...
Isley, Ostertag, and Anderson. It's Hornacek with the double pump and the drive down the lane.
Every point right now for the Jazz is important.
Ogman surveys. In the first half, the hook shot betrayed Sabonis, but not in the second.
You know what it is, Kevin? He's taking his time.
A 7-3, but who's count?
Not me.
Russell inside.
Wow, that's nice. And again, with Malone out of the game, every time the Jazz score, it's gravy. Brian Russell and Shannon Anderson have to be the two to create offense.
An offensive surge now in the second half and a 3-point Blazer lead. Perimeter and Todd Fuller is in the middle.
You know, they're setting their offense up with like 8 and 6 seconds on the clock. And that's why Portland has been effective. Nice pass by Stockton.
And a great put up by Todd. Poked away by Malone. Shot clock at 4. Wallace over Malone. Right down the middle.
That's what he does. See the difference between him and Grant. Grant uses body.
6 seconds to shoot. Here comes Russell. Kicks it out to Anderson for 3.
Remarkable.
We are today.
Right. You know, Greg Popovich is looking, whoever J.R. Reed was guarding, that's who they were going to go to.
Grant.
Nice move by Greg Anthony.
Fuller a partial screen. Stockton to Anderson. Will he go? Oh, what a play! Wow. Streaky and good, but when he's off, other guys that are due to shoot.
Yeah, he tends sometimes to take back. Look at this look.
Wow. Ryder.
Wow.
Oh. Ryder picked up by Wallace. Anthony. Jackson.
Nice job. And they're attacking. They're playing hard. And because Greg Anthony is really having a nice game on John Stockton.
Blazers fractioning up their defense. Malone inside. Finds it for 2 at the glide.
Pick and roll, huh? They've gone to the pick and roll, and on that time it worked. And it's really a pick and slip because watch Malone. Doesn't even really set it. Just a little bump and slips right to the paint. Got to get a body on him quickly.
Clock at 5. Ryder across the lane. Oh, wow. Shot by Ryder. A breathtaking play by Isaiah. Anderson rejected by Wallace. Outside to Stockton. Shot clock at 4. Hornacek.
Now they're letting them play.
24. Hornacek and Ryder. Nice rolling jump shot by Jeff Hornacek.
And you know what? He mounts.
Hornacek is in an 8-point fourth quarter.
Yeah, and all the shots have been acrobatic.
Yeah.
He hasn't made an easy shot.
There's a lot of acrobatic shots in the Stockton. Hornacek open. Can it be fouled away? A miss there. A rebound. Grabbed by Malone. Out to Stockton for 3.
That's the third offensive rebound.
Ryder.
What a fake.
Ryder is carving up the Utah Jazz inside. 4-point lead, 17 seconds to play. Stockton. Hornacek for three. They won't go away. Every this season, 69%. Wow.
I tell you what.
A miss, retrieved by Stockton. Russell to Stockton. Mismatch against Augman. The screen by Malone. Stockton for the tie. Anthony has it. .7 on the clock. Foul against Utah.
And I guarantee you, he thought he had a three-point play opportunity. No whistle. Missed.